don't like this place.
It's the safest place in Desmond Hall.
The last time I was here, the door locked itself behind me, and then terrible things happened.
What sort of thing, buddy?
It was just like a nightmare. I heard voices. I thought I heard your voice.
Well, there have been times when I've tried to reach you.
And then Jean-Paul came, and he revived me. This room is evil.
Not unless you bring evil to it. Do you have the snuff box? Now listen to me carefully. If anything out of the ordinary happens, you take these ashes and rub them on your lips, like this.
What are those ashes?
Someone will be by your side.
What are they?
They are the last remains of a saintly man who gave his life for another. Now remember what I told you. You must have faith that these will help you. And night is upon us. We will survive it if we don't destroy ourselves with disbelief and suspicion.
I don't understand it.
What is it?
Well, the star's out. But Philip doesn't see it, and neither does Court. But, well, I see the star. Something must be interfering with it.
Where are they now?
They're, well, Raxel took them up to the tower room. She said she'd stay with them.
And Emily?
Emily's upstairs in her room. I just left her.
Well, she shouldn't be alone.
No, I locked the door. She's okay.
Go back to her.
No, she doesn't need anyone with her.
Well, what do you mean?
Someone else is in danger tonight. It's not Emily.
Have you seen Julian?
No, I don't know where he is.
Or Laszlo?
Oh, he's downstairs. The star's gone now.
Laszlo may have something to do with this. Could it be he that's interfering with the star?
No. Laszlo doesn't need a star to lead him to evil.
Why do you say that?
Some people carry their own evil with them.
Good evening. You looking for a hidden treasure in the wall, Laszlo?
No, I was just killing time before dinner. Although there may not be dinner tonight.
Oh, really?
No one's in the kitchen preparing it. Where is everyone?
My dear fellow, I don't know. I haven't seen a soul.
Ada was with you the last time I saw her.
She's resting now.
She's not in her room, and she's not in yours. I looked.
I'm sure she's perfectly safe.
Safe from what?
I think you can answer that question better than I.
If you've come down to dinner, I'm afraid you're going to have disappointment tonight.
I'm not hungry, thank you.
Well, I am. And I'd like to know why nobody's bothering to prepare it.
It's easy for grown men like us to fix a meal if we're hungry. And, of course, you're more used to being waited on than most men.
I like my comforts.
No matter who pays the bill? Susan, do you know my son-in-law very well?
As well as I want to.
He seems to like his own way. No, don't go. I want to show you something.
Well, I left Emily upstairs alone. I think I'd better see if she's all right.
No, this is important. I need help.
Do you happen to know what's going on around here?
No, I don't. Suppose you tell me.
The household routine seems to have come to a grinding halt.
Oh, is that all?
It's not like you to disregard the niceties of life, Jean-Paul.
Well, it's just that there happen to be some more important things to think about, and I recommend them to you.
Why have I become the target of everyone's derision?
I didn't know that you were.
My father-in-law is standing between myself and Ada. She won't speak to me. You say you want to discharge me from my position at the mill. Even little Susan is ignoring me.
Well, Susan's a little more casual than the others.
She wouldn't dare be rude to me if she didn't know it was the common attitude.
Laszlo, you seem to be developing a persecution complex. That doesn't bide as a very pleasant omen for the future.
I've been thinking, perhaps I have invited your bad opinion of me. I will change in the future.
Is that an offer to settle our differences?
It's not pleasant living in a house of distrust.
This wouldn't possibly be because Ada has now found a more powerful weapon against you than you have against me.
Did she say that?
She hinted at it, yes.
I see. That means you're not going to listen to my suggestion.
Oh, no, I'll listen.
Give Ada her share of the Desmond estate now. We'll go away together. You and Emily can lead your own lives here at Desmond Hall.
Does Ada want to go away?
She's terrified of this house. She always has been.
Now, Laszlo, it's not this house that terrifies her. It's not Desmond Hall that bullies her into signing papers that she doesn't understand. It's not Desmond Hall that causes her to be treated as a servant, not a wife.
Has she been complaining about me?
You know very well she has.
And you turned her against me.
Oh, no one can turn a wife against a husband she trusts.
Perhaps not. But Ada is my legal wife, and under the law, what is hers is mine.
Why don't you try and get it? Then we'll see how far the law supports you.
Susan, do you read Latin?
No, I'm afraid not.
Have you ever seen this document before?
Where did you get that?
Then you have seen it. I thought so.
Well, yes, but I don't remember where or when I saw it, but that paper is part of a terrible tragedy. I know that.
You must help me trace it. Would you do that for me, please?
Well, what have we here?
It's a private matter between Susan and I, if you don't mind. I'll talk to you later.
What was that all about?
As Mr. Thaxton told you, I mean Mr. Desmond, it's a personal matter.
You can hear it, can't you?
Hear what?
The clock ticking.
There's no clock in here.
Can't you hear the ticking? It's coming from the portrait.
A portrait can't make sounds.
Don't sit there and pretend you can't hear it.
All right, I hear it. I hear anything you want me to.
Look, Susan, I know you don't like me.
I hardly even know you.
Well, that could be remedied.
Mr. Thaxton, I try to stay out of family arguments.
What do you mean?
Well, I try not to take sides.
I'm not suggesting you should.
Oh, I thought you were.
You have no objection to liking everybody else at Desmond Hall.
They don't draw me into their arguments.
What arguments?
I don't want to talk about it. I will not spy for you.
But you will plot against me.
I'm doing no such thing.
Then why did you and Julian Desmond stop talking the minute I came in the room?
Everything in this house doesn't revolve around you, Mr. Thaxton.
You're planning something with him. Now who are you going to report to? Jean-Paul?
No, I'm going upstairs where I can read in peace.
Go ahead. Tell Jean-Paul that I tried to get your assistance in my plot against him. Feed his paranoid suspicion that everybody wants to destroy him.
Is that what you want me to tell him? Is that why you're putting on this little act about ticking clocks and accusations? Well, I'm not going to play your games, Mr. Thaxton. I will not be involved in your shabby little schemes.
Whoever you are. I'm sure you've paid dearly for life. I'm sorry for you. But you don't frighten me anymore. What's that?
My son-in-law is upset because there's no dinner yet.
Yes, I know. He came up to complain about it to me.
The trouble with in-laws is that they soon take over the prerogatives of family.
Yes, some of them do much more than that.
Laszlo is much too ambitious for his own good, or for yours.
He just came to ask me to take Ada away with him and not come back.
He did, eh? And what was his price for leaving?
His price was that Ada take all that is due to her in the estate now.
You didn't agree to that, do you?
Oh, no, I certainly wouldn't do that until I asked Ada first. I suppose if she wants to, she has a right to.
But Jean-Paul, I want to show you this watch that Benjamin gave me before he died. It's really quite an unusual timepiece.
Is Jean-Paul in there?
Why don't you knock on the door and find out, instead of listening at keyholes?
What's the matter with you?
Can't you hear it ticking?
Hear what?
The clock. Ticking.
Laszlo, I have told you before that this is happening in your mind. You can't expect me to hear it.
You're lying. All of you are lying.
Oh, I cannot endure this any longer. I will not endure this any longer.
We have no choice but to endure what life brings us, Gabrielle.
Monsieur le Comte, tomorrow you judge my son, your own grandson. You will decide whether he shall live or die.
For that, I beg your forgiveness.
Free him.
Either Philippe or Jacques goes free. The choice is theirs, not mine.
But Jacques is weak. He would do anything to save his own life.
Philippe will die to save his brother.
You're hiding the truth from me. You know that Philippe is not guilty of witchcraft.
Do not demand the truth from me or from your son, Gabrielle.
Is it so terrible?
So terrible, the king will take our lands, our titles, and banish us to the new world as paupers.
And all because of Jacques' friends. Because he was led astray by disreputable companions.
His greed led him astray, my dear Gabrielle. The greed that is the legacy of the démon.
But Philip is not greedy.
Philippe is not a démon.
They are both my sons.
Only one of them is my grandson. He knows it, and so do I.
Can you prove that?
His life has proved it.
And you let my husband, your son, believe to his grave that they were both his.
Come, come, my dear Gabrielle. In this time, there are a lot of families who are not certain of the purity of their line.
And this is how my sin is to be punished. With Philippe's death at the stake.
Philippe will lead the démons to salvation. We have had our sinners, your Jacques, myself even, but we have never had a saint before.
You could save him if you chose.
Only by exposing the fact of his birth. By letting Jacques die instead and destroying forever my name. A name that is honored by the king and by the people. All for a sin of your careless youth. It is too large a price to pay.
Then I accept it. Daddy? Daddy? Are you here?
Well, Jacques Elroy Desmondes, why do you bedevil Laszlo? He's not a Desmond. He can't carry out your purposes.
Jean-Paul, were you just speaking to that portrait?
No, I was talking to myself.
Did you hear anything from it?
No, should I?
Well, Laszlo does.
Did the portrait speak to him?
No, it didn't speak. He said he heard some ticking sound coming from it.
Did you hear it?
No, I didn't. But he didn't believe me. He said I was lying.
He said the same thing to me when he came to my room. And I told him that I could not hear it.
Well, he said it came from that portrait.
That's not possible.
But it is. If someone here is a link to that portrait.
Raxel.
No, Raxel's up in the tower room with Philip. It has to be someone who's in contact with Laszlo. Someone is leading him to something.
All right, I'm coming.
I won't stay here with that sound in my ears. It's driving me mad.
Taking my own life before Jean-Paul Desmond kills me, as he did Annie Harrigan, Holly Marshall, and Agatha Pruitt. Signed, Ada Desmond Thaxton.